Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Wednesday, the 8th day of January 2025. I hope you're safe and healthy today. I hope your family also is safe and healthy and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field during times like COVID and those that are the first responders every day trying to save lives, even sometimes risking their own. Blessings upon those that pick up garbage to keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help, rescue, deliver, and recover. Teenagers and children that are victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims of prostitution and child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and those perverts that drive the demand to have these evil industries exist. Finally, blessings on the homeless. More than 600,000 men, women, children, families, senior citizens, and veterans homeless in the United States of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There's going to be a basketball game tonight. The New York Knicks are taking on the Toronto Raptors at MSG today, part of a 5-game homestand. Now, I want to inform today. There are those that are long-term subscribers of mine, and I appreciate y'all, and y'all would know this already. So if I'm repeating something you know and understand, please excuse me. But this is for those that either don't know or worse, don't want to know. This channel, Raw Hebrew Remnant on the Knicks side, is a pro Tom Thibodeau channel. I will not have any negativity about the coach. I will not have any discussion or any second guessing or any armchair coaching from any amateurs on my channel about Tom Thibodeau. And I think I've been pro almost every season. In fact, I'm pretty sure every season I have to create a video at some point that says, I got Thibs back. It's pretty much the same title because every season I get these knuckleheads coming in thinking they know more than him or listening to people who get paid to create drama and bring that drama here. Why am I like that? This is the important thing you need to hear. I was around. I remember the first 2 championships for the Knicks. I'm an old head. And I have watched for 50 years, literally, the Knicks screw themselves. Fans make suggestions. People like Dolan listen to fans and media and make bad decisions, bad coaching, bad management, bad drafting, bad development. I've seen it all. I really have. And I have waited 50 years for the Knicks to, number one, get a coach like Tom Thibodeau. Tough, hard-nosed, defensive-oriented, representing New York. We got him. And like I said, when they signed him, now 5 years ago, my first choice was Kenny Atkinson. That was my first choice because I felt we needed a development coach, and I still think Kenny Atkinson is a high-level coach that is undervalued. That's why Cleveland, I feel like that's why Cleveland is doing so well now, and that's why the Nets did well with him. But my second choice was Tom Thibodeau, and it wasn't for the first time. I've been wanting Thibs, and Thibs been wanting New York for a minute. So when they signed him, I was all in. So that was number one. And they signed him. The only issue was they signed him during a time when the Knicks needed rebuild. And he wasn't the type of coach for rebuild because he don't like playing rookies. I knew that. But I wasn't worried about that. He would work it out. And so far, he has. Like I said, in the 4 seasons he has coached the Knicks, they got 3 playoff appearances in 4 seasons. We have not seen that since the 90s, 30 years. He finished his 4th, 5th, and 2nd in the East in 4 seasons. Okay? So that kind of success we have not seen in New York. Number 2, we now have a team that is, to me, the best group that we have had since Clyde Frazier was in his prime on the Knicks. We have not had a 5 and 3-man unit in the bench like this. And so I am advocating, let's allow the Don and Tom Thibs to do what they do, whether they make mistakes or not. Let's allow them the room to get this chip, because this is what I've been waiting for 50 years. That is why when I get some knuckleheads that weren't around during the times I'm talking about, or were just born in the 90s when Patrick Ewing here, I don't want to hear you little amateur opinions about Tom Thibodeau. I've seen too much. I've watched too much. And I'm with this cat. I'm with him 100%. So when you come on my channel, if you got something negative to say about Tom Thibodeau, you're going to get got. I've been saying this all the time, but some of y'all weren't here. Some of y'all didn't hear that. So let me just make it plain. I'm not entertaining no philosophical discussions about him. I'm all in with this kid because to me, this is the first time in 50 years we got a chance to win the chip. And I want to win the chip. Okay, I want this to be coming down Madison Avenue with championship banners. That's what I want, another banner at MSG before I die. This is the best chance we got. And I'm not criticizing it, whining about it, minutes policing it. It is what it is. Now, there are people on places like X that create this drama and want to be actually act like they ain't never coached before in the NBA. They never did nothing in the NBA. They just write articles and crap, and they want to get paid for acting like they know what they're talking about when they don't. I'm not entertaining that. Nada. Negative. So we're not having it. All right? So I just want y'all to know that. I'm pro Thibs. I don't care if he plays his starters 48 minutes. I don't care. Because to me, the end result, when you look at Thibs' body of work, he wins. He's only had 2 losing seasons as a head coach in more than 10 or 12 seasons as a head coach. He's paid his dues. To me, he's been coaching since the late 80s as an assistant in the NBA and now as a head coach. I don't want to have the nuts to try to act like I know more than him, and I'm not bearing anybody that thinks they do. That's number 1. Number 2, the bench. Again, people start reacting knee-jerk wise to everything Knicks. Let's talk about the bench. Last year, the starters were hurt. Okay, you end up having Julius Randle hurt. You end up having Mitch Rob hurt, before even the halfway point of the season. And then you get OG Anunoby. He comes to New York. They win like 12 out of 15 games, and then he gets hurt. These things, this is part of the league. Nobody can really stop or predict. This is part of the game. But that's what we were dealing with last year. So therefore, you're ending up playing Deuce McBride in the starters role a lot. Precious Achiuwa. Guys that are bench players playing starters minutes. So therefore, your bench is going to be hurt because you don't have your bench. Your bench is on the starting unit. Okay? He still comes in second in the East with that. That's why the bench production was low. This season, we start off, Mitchell Robinson's not playing right now. That's a bench piece. Precious Achiuwa was hurt for 21 games. Deuce has missed like 7 to 8 games. And now you just getting Campaign and Shaman. So the bench has not had a chance to stir and develop yet as a unit. They will, though. And that's the thing. Everybody whining about the bench right now and clamoring for them to play rookies don't know what the hell they talking about. No, they're not going to play. Thibs never likes rookies. There is some exceptions, which y'all love to bring up, but that ain't the rule with him. He don't like playing rookies. He don't have the patience for it. They got to sit on the side, play in the G League, learn and practice. That's his thing. You don't like it? Go somewhere else. But that's just how it is. I accept that. I'm not clamoring for Kolek to play or Hoop Porty or Daddy A. They can learn in G League like all the rookies. I'm not worried about them. They ain't going to help us win no chip this year. Yeah, they play rookies in other cities. Let them do that. That ain't our stuff. And don't come on my channel. Some idiot comes on my channel. Word around the league is, like, we supposed to care. I don't care what anybody says. Don't mess with Thibs. That's that. I thought he was whack. No, he's not. And if you do, go somewhere else. This is my team. This is my coach. This is how he rolled. But with the bench, eventually you're going to get Mitchell Robinson back. You got Precious now. Okay, you still now we're dealing with injuries to Deuce. Let him come back. Once you get, and I've been saying this, once you get Deuce, Precious, and either Shaman or Payne, that's when we roll. And guess what? When Precious came back and Deuce was healthy and Payne, guess what? We won 9 straight. Nobody was wondering about the bench then. Now they lost 3 in a row and the bottom drops out and the world's getting ready to end. And that's what I was telling some of y'all at the time. Some of you said, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to be great. And I said, let me see how close y'all are when the next time they have a 3-game losing streak. And look what happened. Every team goes through this. Every team. 82 games is a grind for every team. It's built that way. It's part of the competition. So you're going to go through ebbs and flows of your energy. Every team does. Okay? There's no team that's immune to that, especially in the top, let's say the top 10 in the league, which the Knicks are. Okay, so that's going to happen, but they work through it. And now, as you're now developing this bench unit, when these guys, especially Mitchell Robinson, you get Precious and Deuce, and you're still trying to work Campaign and Shaman into it, once they get used to playing together, you're going to have a dynamic bench. And we need that for the playoffs. Right now, it's just developing. And you got to let it develop without your whining. Because I ain't got no cheese for you. Tonight they play Toronto. Toronto's been having a tough time of it. I mean, they also been dealing with injuries, but now they now have IQ back. So they got IQ, they got RJ, and these kids, as we knew, we were all, most of us, I knew IQ was a starter level point guard. And like I said, I was against the Brunson move because I wanted IQ to get that ball because we drafted him, developed him, and I thought it was his time. Of course, now I was wrong about that because daggone Brunson is all NBA level, right? But that does not take away from IQ. I still think IQ is an all-star level point guard. He's just still developing, and now he's got his own team. And they rough, okay? He's going to be rough. And then, of course, you got RJ Barrett, who from the beginning, I've been saying he's Jimmy Butler 2.0 without the braids, without the colored hair, without the attitude, and a jump shot, okay? And RJ is developing into that. So tonight you got quick RJ, Scotty Barnes coming into town. They got a nice squad. They just need time to mature and develop. Podol is their center. Grady Dick is a really nice young player. He's still got a lot of, development to go. And that's, again, part of their overall team they're developing. But nice young shooter. And then you got Okai Agbaji, who I really liked coming out of Kansas. Defensive player, nice spot-up shooter. Bruce Brown they got now. And, of course, the veteran Kelly Olynyk. So they got a nice team. They will come in here and whoop us if we're not careful. The Knicks know that. I don't think the Knicks have taken any team lightly. What has been the result of losses this year? And of course, they still got Davion Mitchell. Let me not forget him. Off night is still off night, right? So they got a nice squad. But what has really hurt the Knicks in almost every loss this year is one of two things. Either Brunson has misread what he was supposed to be focusing on that game. Maybe he shot too much when he should have been looking for Gato more or moving the basketball more. And I'm not blaming him. That it's a tough position to be a point guard on a top team and have the ball in your hands. But of course, we know he welcomes that. That's been one of the problems. The other problem has been the fact that they have gone through periods where they've been tired. And it's not because Thibs is running them to death. It's the schedule. They have been on the road more than almost any team in the first half of the season. So playing on the road is difficult for anybody. And to me, coming out of that and being still top 4 in the East, out of that, they now top 3, but that's tremendous. So now, this is what they're dealing with. Other teams going to have their low energy nights, and they do, and so it is what it is. But those two things, it's never because of lack of effort. Okay, never. It's never been because of lack of effort. They're always trying hard. It's never been because, they just make too many mistakes. No, they're either tired and it shows in their play, or, they have the wrong strategy. Brunson sometimes shoots when he should be passing or passing when he should be shooting. Lately, Brunson has really been struggling from 3, and that's also hurt the Knicks. But these things, just all of them, everything I just said, is a temporary, short-term problem. That's all it is, okay? And so they will work through these things. And that's what I love about this team. It's not a bad team. It's a really good team. It's not a bad coach. It's a really good coach. We got a good culture. We got a game plan. We got a high-level IQ basketball players, tough basketball players. Like I said, I haven't seen this collective in this type of synergy in 50 years. When Patrick Ewing was here in his prime, it was Patrick Ewing and a bunch of roughnecks with him, but they didn't have what we have here, okay? What you got here is you got at least two players in Karl Anthony Towns and Brunson that are all-star, all-NBA level players legitimately. You got at least one player in OG Anunoby that's all NBA defense legitimately, maybe even defensive player of the year. You got a bunch of other roughnecks and tough guys. You got a guy that's an Iron Man in Mikal Bridges, don't miss no game. And when y'all see him play all these minutes and start highlighting the fact that he played minutes, it's not Thibs making him. This is the thing that drives me crazy. Mikal wants to be out there. If he's tired, he'll sit. But if he's not, Thibs say, you good? You good? Good. He goes. That's the way it is. When y'all gonna get that in your head? Some of y'all just, oh, Thibs is playing. No, Thibs know what he doing. Mikal know what he doing. Let them be pros and do their thing. So Mikal likes to play the minutes. He's the Iron Man. That's good that you can count on the guy, that you can play at the 2 or the 3. He can guard 1 through 4, and you got him out there every night. That's availability. That's high level, especially in Thibs' world. Availability is big time. So that's Mikal Bridges. You got that. Then you got Josh Hart, a guy that's in his prime, that can rebound at 6'4", better than anybody in the league, and his high level energy, even on his bad night, it's high level energy. Okay, does he make dumb plays? Yeah, he does. But you're gonna get that. But he's a mini Dennis Rodman. That's what we got right now, baby Rodman. And then the bench, again, Precious, Deuce, Shamet, Payne. They're gonna be fine. They just need time to get healed and to gel together, which they haven't had yet, but they're going to. Okay, and then we still got Mitchell Robinson waiting in the wings for that second unit. There's gonna be hell to pay. And I'm looking forward to it. That's why I'm not having all of this crap, because they lost 3 games. All of these armchair coaches, Monday morning quarterbacks, and people thinking they GMs. No, I waited a long time. And I got what I've been looking for, and that's why I got my channel. So no, we're not having no Thibs hate, no bench hate, no player hating on my squad. Tonight we play Toronto. It's not gonna be easy, but we're gonna be there in it. Let's get this dub. You all enjoy the game, enjoy your Wednesday, and do not come on my channel with Thibs hate, because this is Thibs Hive. Shalom.